Boilies are the most iconic carp bait, having revolutionized the sport since the 1980s. These spherical baits are made from bird foods, fish meals, and milk proteins, bound with eggs and boiled to create a hard outer skin. This durability allows them to withstand small nuisance fish, remaining on a hair rig for 24 hours. The science behind boilies is rooted in the high nutritional value diet. By providing a bait that meets a carp's dietary requirements, fish eventually recognize it as a primary food source. Today, boilies come in thousands of flavor and color combinations, from sweet fruits to savory fish meals. Shelf-life boilies are designed for convenience and long-term storage. Manufactured with human-grade preservatives, they prevent spoiling at room temperature. Modern shelf-life baits often utilize the same high-quality base mixes as fresh versions, making them essential for traveling anglers without freezer access. They are particularly useful for long sessions where keeping bait fresh is a challenge, and their harder texture can be an advantage in waters plagued by crayfish or birds. Freezer boilies are fresh baits containing no preservatives and must be kept frozen until use. Lacking chemical stabilizers, they are more porous and active, allowing attractors and amino acids to leak out effectively. This makes them highly attractive and instant, triggering faster feeding responses. However, they spoil within days once thawed. To prevent this, anglers often air dry them in mesh bags, removing moisture and hardening the bait to preserve it naturally through dehydration. Pop-ups are buoyant boilies designed to hover above the lake bed. This is achieved by adding cork dust or specialized powders to the mix. Pop-ups are a tactical necessity when fishing over dirty ground where bottom baits might become hidden or absorb foul smells. By presenting the bait slightly above the bottom, the angler ensures it is the first thing a carp sees. They are also the primary bait for chod rigs, ensuring the hook is always in a prime position. Wafters are a middle ground between bottom baits and pop-ups. Designed to be critically balanced, they have just enough buoyancy to negate the hook's weight without lifting it. On the lake bed, a wafter behaves weightlessly, moving naturally with water currents. This makes it difficult for carp to distinguish the hook bait from free offerings. Because the bait is light, it flies into the carp's mouth with very little suction, resulting in a secure hook hold. Pellets are the most widely used loose feed, as most farmed carp are raised on them. Packed with oils, proteins, and vitamins, they offer a unique attraction profile as they break down. As a pellet dissolves, it creates a cloud of attraction and leaves a mush that carp love to sift through. This process releases oils that rise through water layers, drawing fish down. Sizes range from 1 mm to over 20 mm, allowing for complex bait carpets that keep fish feeding for hours. Sweet corn is the most effective instant carp bait. Its bright yellow color provides a massive visual draw, while its high sugar content is irresistible. Carp have a natural affinity for the salt and sugar found in canned corn. Its greatest strength is visibility. On dark lake beds, yellow corn stands out clearly. While weak in durability, it remains a staple for many anglers, used alone or as a topper to add color to a boilie. Maize is the tougher version of sweet corn. As a dried, mature grain, it requires extensive soaking and boiling. Once prepared, it is much harder, resisting small fish while retaining its iconic color. Maize is incredibly cheap, making it the choice for heavy baiting campaigns, where an angler might introduce dozens of pounds to a river or lake. When fermented correctly, it produces a sour, alcoholic aroma that attracts carp from great distances. Hemp seed is often called carp cocaine because of the frenzy it drives. These tiny black seeds must be boiled until they split, revealing a white shoot. Hemp is oily and rich in fatty acids. When laid on the lake bed, it forces carp to root around, picking up seeds one by one. This foraging behavior makes fish easier to catch as they become less cautious. The crunching sound of carp eating hemp can even be heard through boat hulls, attracting other fish. Tiger nuts are small tubers of the yellow nutsedge plant and have been a secret weapon for decades. They are hard, crunchy, and naturally high in sugar and oil. Carp cannot fully digest them, so they often pass through and are eaten again, effectively rebaiting the swim. Their hardness makes them bird-proof and nuisance fish-proof, ensuring the hook bait remains until a carp arrives. When prepared correctly, they produce a sugary slime that is a powerful natural attractor. Groundbait is a powdery mixture of crushed cereals and seeds designed to create a cloud of attraction. Rarely a primary food source, it acts as a carrier for other baits. When mixed with water, it can be molded into balls or used in feeders. The goal is to stimulate senses without filling the fish up. As the powder dissolves, it fills the water column with scent, creating a feeding zone that draws fish in from all directions. Bread is the oldest and perhaps most underrated carp bait. Whether a floating crust or a squeezed flake, bread has accounted for countless captures. Its white color is highly visible, and its soft, yeasty texture is incredibly palatable. On the surface, crust is the ultimate stealth bait, mimicking natural debris. On the bottom, a fluffy piece of bread flake expands in the water, creating a visual target that is impossible for a fish to ignore. Dog biscuits, or mixers, are the staple for surface fishing. These floating pellets are crunchy and buoyant, perfect for warm summer days. When introduced, they leak cereal and meat-based attractors, drawing carp up. Anglers often glug their mixers in fish oils to create a slick, flattening ripples and making it easier to see approaching fish. The sight of a carp rising to suck a biscuit off the surface is a pinnacle of the sport. Maggots are a natural bait that can be devastating in winter. Though small, they provide movement no artificial bait can match. A Medusa rig of wriggling maggots creates a constant visual and vibrational signal. Because they are a natural protein source and easily digested, carp continue to eat them even when water temperatures drop and they stop feeding on boilies. Worms, specifically lobworms, are another classic natural bait. Packed with amino acids, they give off a powerful scent detectable in murky water. A large worm wriggling on the bottom is a high-protein meal carp rarely pass up. They are particularly effective in spring when natural food sources become active and can be chopped to release even more scent. Liquid attractors, including glugs and goo, are the final layer of the baiting puzzle. These concentrated liquids are full of flavors, sweeteners, and visual triggers. By soaking a hook bait, an angler creates a powerhouse of attraction that stands out. Some liquids sit on the bottom, while others rise through the water column. They are the ultimate way to customize a bait and provide the edge needed to fool smart carp. Artificial baits are plastic or rubber versions of natural baits like corn or maggots. While they have no nutritional value, they are everlasting and cannot be destroyed by nuisance fish. Modern versions are often buoyant, allowing anglers to create perfectly balanced presentations. They are frequently used in combination with real bait to add a flash of color that remains perfectly presented for as long as the rod is in the water. Luncheon meat is a high-fat, high-protein bait that has been a favorite for generations, particularly on rivers and silty estate lakes. Its soft, porous texture allows it to soak up additional flavors and dyes, while its natural saltiness and meaty aroma provide an instant draw for hungry carp. Because it is so soft, it is often hair-rigged using a large stop to prevent it from being pulled off during the cast. In the water, luncheon meat slowly leaks out fats and oils, creating a scent trail that is especially effective in colored water or during a summer flood when carp are feeding by scent rather than sight. Cheese paste is a traditional, pungent bait made by blending short-crust pastry with strong-smelling cheeses like extra-mature cheddar or Stilton. It is a high-fat, high-attract bait that was once the staple of specimen hunters before the advent of the modern boilie. The strong, salty aroma of the cheese carries exceptionally well in cold water, making it a legendary choice for winter carp fishing. Its soft, moldable consistency allows it to be squeezed directly onto the hook or around a cork ball for buoyancy, providing a high-energy meal that is often irresistible to large, cautious fish that have seen every other modern offering.